Previously on Barrel Mode. This is what it feels like to shuffle 24 packs of Yu-Gi-Oh! Booster cards on there. It seemed a little weird. This one seems weird. We'll save this one and this one for last. I like to be super superstitious. So we'll save these, and then I'll split everything else in half. Make sure the math on that's even. Is that right? Yeah, okay. So we'll do odds, evens, dice. Going to be an odds. We'll do odds first. We'll just set this aside for now. Find out which side of the box is better. All right. Well, that's cool. Oh, well, good. It all worked out, Associate Warrior. All right, we're going to flip this open. And then, yeah, we're definitely going to open up Duel Links after this to do the usual. Let's see. Slower Swallow. Maybe we'll actually get better. Pazu Zule. Despian Tragedy. And... oh, Knight's End Administrator. That almost looks like a ghost rare. It's just a super rare. But this is a TCG exclusive, actually, combining one of my favorite super monsters, Knight's End Sorcerer. And, yeah, if special summoned, or if another spellcaster monster is special summoned to your field, you can target one card in your opponent's graveyard and banish it. So basically does the Knight's End Sorcerer thing. And then if this card is destroyed by battle, or this card in its monster zone is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, target a level 4 or lower spellcaster monster and special summon it. Oh, which would let you do Knight's End Sorcerer and banish another thing, which is pretty cool. The sound alerts are just technically just disabled for just this. We'll turn them right back on. It's just so that you guys can focus on this and you don't miss anything, so I don't want to set aside anything. But no, we're going to turn those on and off as time goes by. So, DDD, Conversion Rose Dragon, Pazu Zule, and then again, ta-da! Oh, Beat Trooper stuff. This is their field spell. Let's see how good this field spell is. You target a Beat Trooper monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but it cannot attack this turn. Also, you lose life points equal to its original attack. If a face-up insect monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, special summon a Beat Trooper token so you can link that off. Oh, that's cool. It's actually not that bad. The cost is not that big of a deal. Yeah, lose life points equal to its original attack is not that big of a deal. The cards have no heart. You don't know. Somebody's favorite archetype might be Beat Troopers. And they might be living that Beat Trooper life right now. Just getting stuff sorted here. Oh, nice. I actually really want to play against that once you get it done. I don't know what I'm going to play today on the duel room, but we'll figure that out as time goes by. Alright, so monster assortment and then... oh, nice! Wow, that was fast. Stardust Synchron is definitely Stardust Dragon support. So, if you don't know what this powerful card does, if it's in your hand or graveyard, you can tribute one monster and special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck this turn, except Synchro monsters. So, Stardust Dragon, right? And friends. If this card's normal or special summon, you can add a spell or trap from your deck to your hand that specifically lists Stardust Dragon in its text. You can only use each effect once per turn. So what you do is you take that, and I want to say it's Converging Will's Dragon, but where's the other little character who we may not have pulled it, but there's another Stardust Dragon support card that's really good for this. But wow, that's a big deal. Big deal. And so I never have sleeves when I do an opening on this, and that still hasn't changed. But that is going to go right here. Stardust support. Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and set these aside. So already that is something I specifically wanted. So doing pretty good so far. All right, so up next, make sure to open the pack all on the stream so nobody thinks you just slipped one in. Despian Tragedy, Magic Unlocking. Oh, Chronomaly stuff. I still haven't finished leveling my tray, but of course I haven't. Ta-da! Ooh, an ultra rare, and it's a Stardust support card. Send a Stardust monster from your deck to the graveyard. Get this a little closer so you guys can see. Or, if you control Stardust Dragon or a Synchro monster that lists Stardust Dragon in its text, you can special summon it instead. Neat. Okay, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target a Stardust monster you control, and increase or decrease its level by 1 until the end of the turn. So that's combo potential with the Majestic Stardust Dragon. That's cool. Neat. And then, might need to set those boys aside. I mean, you know, just no dust and grime. Actually, I just vacuumed with a little dust blowing gun on the set here. Let's see what we got on the next pack. So far, so good though. Like way more consistent what we had before. All right, so it's gonna be right here. Oh, Beat Trooper. Okay, so let's see some Beat Trooper stuff. If an insect monster is normal or special summon to your field, Except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand, so that's easy. When a monster your opponent controls activates quick effect, you contribute an insect monster, destroy it. So I assume it means the monster activates effect. That's good. Actually, really good. We'll set that aside too. And then various sous-chef cards. I mean, that works. Works for Nintendo cartridges. Have to be a 50-year-old dinosaur to know that, huh? Alright, so, Kono Hanasakuya, Dispatch Parazzi, wow, Gungan, Sioux Shipyard, Seaside Supper Spot, and then our holo is, oh, nice! Okay, this is gonna be one more Magic Key Mech Mortar, which means I have 2 of those now, and I need one more in order to be able to play that on stream. Hey, eHero XGB, oh, there's Stardust Trail! Yeah, this is specifically the card that I saw that seemed like it was just built for Stardust Synchron. And so, its effect is if a monster you control is tributed, which could be this one, you can special summon this card from your hand or graveyard, but banish it when it leaves the field. Okay, cool. So it's just like summon, tribute, and then get them both back, and then now you have 8 stars, and you do have a tuner. So that takes care of that part. And then, if a warrior, synchron, or Stardust synchro monster is synchro summoned using this card as material, special summon a Stardust token, a level 1 attack, 0 attack defense. Are both 0. So it's just there for like the Majestic Stardust Dragon thing, and so then you get the tuner on the field, which would be... Let's see if I can find that tuner. Where is it? In the comments. It's already buried. Never to be seen again. Yeah, the Converging Wills Dragon. So these cards just out there are supposed to be the good stuff. So that's already great that we have huge Stardust support right there. Oh, cool. Very glad to hear that, Blazing. Automata Play is a really good deck. It's one of those decks that is basically decided to be like the best deck right now. So I have no doubt in your ability to climb the ranks that fast. Alright, hey Smith Gaming. How you doing, fam? Alright, you didn't miss much SSJ War, except if you weren't here to see it, we did pull a Stardust Synchron, and then a Starlight Illumination. Since that's a Synchron, you can use tuning with that. Okay, wow, I need to build a Yusei Fudo deck finally. Alright, so let's see what's with this pack. So we got common, 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 and below Slower Swallow. Oh, Majestic Mirage. Okay, more Stardust support. Face-up card you control leaves the field. This is a continuous strat, by the way. Buy your card effect, or to activate the effect of your card, and that card left the field was Stardust Dragon, or a synchro monster that listed Stardust Dragon's text. Wow, that's some text. You can apply one of the following effects, but not more than one of the following effects once per turn. Special summon that monster back, banish a monster you put inside the field or graveyard, or any damage you take this turn is held. It's actually pretty cool. So Shooting Star Dragon has not come up just yet, but we'll find out. I don't think Shooting Star Dragon is in this set, so you might want to check the contents of the set using the database link that I gave you on his previous stream. I'm good, Aichi. I hope you guys are doing good too. Ooh, okay. Well, I could take 8 cards out of my, what do you call it, deck, Gradius, to see if that works. Okay, DDD, Dimension Derby, Jar of Generosity. You know a card's good when it only has like 1 line of text. And our holo for this pack is going to be Branded Opening, a fusion spell used for the Fallen of Elbaz archetype. That'll be neat, but not today. We'll set that aside and set the comments aside as well. Alright, the quest continues. So far, so good, though. So far, this is pretty good. I mean, it might be after that structure deck comes out, although I don't know how good the Charmer deck was. I don't know how good I found the Ice Barrier deck to be. So yeah, your results may vary. Okay, so behind 2 toads with 1 sting is... Oh, nice! Okay, Giant Bee Trooper Invincible Atlas. So get that a little closer so you guys can see it. When this Link monster has 3,000 less attack, your opponent cannot target this card with card effects, and also cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. You cannot special summon monsters except insect monsters. That seems fair. Tribute an insect and do one of these things. Either special summon a Bee Trooper from your deck, or this card gains 2,000 attacks. So it gets big, but it gets vulnerable. It's pretty neat. We'll set that aside with the other colors. It seems really like a cool bug deck. For real. For real. It actually seems like a really good bug deck. So, let me go ahead and put the really exciting hollows down here, which would be these so far. So from the left half, it's a secret and then 2 ultras. And so we just got this and we'll move on to the right half. You did actually, 4-Leaf. You missed. Finally. Stardust Synchron. And if it looks like you say Fudo support, it is. And we got some other Stardust cards as well and some insect stuff. But let's find out before we forget what's in this pack. We'll do this backwards this time. So these are the commons. So this is the holo, and it is... Oh, hey, another one of the Gizmacs. We got one of these last time. The Gizmac... Ooh, I gotta make sure I pronounce this correctly or I'll have to turn in my Nihongo Mengyo. It is Gizmac Taniguku, the Immobile Intellect. Interesting. I really do want to like take a look at this deck, but only once I finally get the remaining pieces. And then just the usual commons. None of the fun normal monsters that we get to hang out with. Yeah, that is a secret. That is a secret. So it should be everything from Ignition Assault up until, I think, Phantom Rage. The stuff I'm looking forward to the most is the stuff from Ignition Assault and Eternity Code, because I actually don't have a lot from that set, so that'll be the biggest boon to my collection. Speaking of boons, our next holographic card is... Ooh, a Dino Wrestler in 2021? Oh, it's a Japanese import. So you can always tell which cards were imported from a different Japanese set if their numbers are 91 to 100. And the way you can tell, earlier I mentioned that a card was an English-only card. I mean a TCG World Premiere card. If you take a look at this, it should say a number 81. Oh, if it would just stay in focus. It says 89 right there, but you can barely see it. Let's try to pull that closer. There you go. So 89. So everything from 81 to 89, or is it 81 to 90? I think it's 81 to 90 is TCG World Premiere, and everything above that is from a different Japanese set that's not this booster pack. But we didn't do too bad on the left side. 1, 2, 3 ultras, 2 of them really playable, and 1 of them definitely food for another deck, and then 1 secret rare. But we will find out which side won, either the left side or the right side. So that probably will not, oh, you know what? They might get up to Blazing Vortex, and if they do get up to Blazing Vortex, then yeah, you would be able to get reprints of some of your favorite cards. That might include one of those Armed Dragons. So here's hoping, right? I know a lot of people in the chat are big Chaz fans. So, I know, Vox are probably saving it for some other set. Alright, this is going to be our holo, and it is... Hey! Oh, nice, it's a Magic Dragon. I want to say that's my first one of Andrabime, or Andrabime. When this card is Fusion Summoned, make sure I can read that right. I'm just trying to get that on the screen. Okay, when this card is Fusion Summoned, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects. Once per turn, you can normal summon 1 Magic Key. Oh no, you can target a normal monster or Magic Key monster in your graveyard. Destroy all monsters your opponent controls with that attribute. Oh, that's cool, unless they're playing God cards, and then you gotta have a Divine, right? Once per turn, if an opponent's monster with the same attribute as a monster in your graveyard is destroyed by battle or card effect, if this card was fusion summoned using 2 different attributes, you can draw a card. Oh, that's neat, just to kind of give you a refill, and it's wind, which kind of adds up for extra attributes. So I don't want to mix up my holos, but that's exciting for me. I do want to play Magic Key, but I know that deck is not going to be completed until next set, because there's a Synchro and Exceed, which are pretty big archetypal assets. Yeah, we're going to go with that. Okay. Alright, so after Kono Hana Sakuya. Da-da-da-da. Oh my goodness! Okay! Well, there you go. Now I can make it. Wow, this is shooting Majestic Star Dragon, right? We talked about how I'm going to manually focus this so you guys can really see it. That's the big deal. This is not shooting Star Dragon, because shooting Star Dragon is not in this set. But camera control, focus. Let me just focus a little closer so you guys can really see this. Too far in. There we go. Perfect. So Majestic Dragon plus a non-shooter monster, including a Dragon Synchro monster. Must first be Synchro summoned. Once per turn, you can negate the effect of an effect monster your opponent controls. Period. This card gains 1 additional attack for each battle phase for 1 effect monster, for every monster in your graveyard that is Stardust Dragon or is a Synchro monster with Stardust Dragon insect. So typically that's only going to be like 2 maybe, we'll see. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can banish this card until the end of the turn, and if you do negate that activation and banish that card, Wait, so once per turn, you can negate the effects of an effect monster your opponent controls, and separate from that, once per turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect, you can banish this card to negate the activation and banish that card. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculously good. Okay, well, that's going in a sleeve. We finally got what we're looking for. Thank goodness, because I know we've done 3 boxes of this. Do I got sleeves? Yes. Okay, sleeves. So cool. My dream is to make a deck that uses this card to summon this card, and then get the beneficial effects of this card, which also deserves to be in the sleeves. Let me fix that real fast. That is some super disruption. So one of the reasons you might notice that I'm opening the pack a little backwards is if you guys open your packs, I see this all the time on streams, people will do this. They'll go like, and what you're doing when you do that, and I don't think I've done that on this one, but you are opening up the opportunity to create micro scratches on the side of the card. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that to the holo. So try not to do that if you can, because obviously super rares are not quite as pretty when they have a few scratches on them. Okay, I can't mix anything up. So this is left side still. This is right side still. Okay. Yeah, and 4,000 attack. So big boy. I mean, I'm not trying to, but that's why I'm doing it backwards, because you get all the mystique, right? You know that all of these are just commons, because I didn't mess that up. So here's our holo, and it is Chronomaly. Okay, cool. Chronomaly Magilla Glow. Neat. Put that in my Trey cosplay deck stack, right? The level of the Synchro Monster appears to be 12, right? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, the 12. Right, I'm not messing that up. Hold on. Just so I can make sure I count here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. No, it's 11. Is that 11, really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's 11. I haven't seen an 11, but that's pretty cool, and it might actually be a little easier to do with more Stardust stuff. Oh, is it? Okay, well, stuff happens. All right, common, and... Ooh, okay, so we got our second one of that, which is awesome. So my Magic Key deck grows ever closer. Oh, I want to save all of these, because this girl is my new best friend. Just because it's good. It's good. And then again, after this, we're just going to go ahead and turn into a dual room stream, which will be just about the right time. All right, so... Slower, swallow, DDD, and then finally, ta-da! Ooh, nice! Oh, I love this synchro. Okay, so this one's a little weird, but hear me out, right? You can only control one of these Stellar Wind Wolf Raiders. You gain 300 attack each time another monster's effect is activated. So it starts at 25 and it gets 300 each time. While the attack of this card is less than 4,000. Once per turn, if this card's attack is more than 4,000 or higher, quick effect, you can shuffle both this card and all monsters your opponent controls back into the deck. It's like a really interesting, like combo stopper. It's kind of like a Max C style card. Is it great? Well, time will tell, but I think it's only 9 stars, right? So 4, 5, yeah, it's 9 stars. Weird choices, only requires 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner monster, so I can see decks where this might be interesting, and it is really cool to just maybe power it up yourself using your own monster effects. Does that work? Yeah, just want another monster effect. You could do like Treeborn Frog in the right circumstances and negate that a bunch of times. Technically, that's on that side. Probably not. There's still, I think Burst of Destiny by the end of this is going to be the best box this year, and I'm really looking forward to Burst of Destiny because I love Destiny arrows for sure. But also because of how much like noise that particular Destroy Phoenix guy has made. They are strong, but there is always a bigger fish in Yu-Gi-Oh! Speaking of which, let me just pull this off, and we've got... Oh, what? Why? Why are you so kind? Synchro Overtake, another big one. Reveal a Synchro monster in your extra deck. Choose one of the Synchro materials whose name is listed on that card, and add it, or special summon that monster from your deck or your graveyard. Also, you can't special summon monsters from the extra deck the turn you activate this card, except Synchro monsters. That's so good! Oh, why is this so good? Oh, we got Alvain, the Essence of Vanity. I'm liking this half already. I might need to grab more sleeves. Give me just a second to do that. But that's huge. Oh, you know what? Are there any more down here? Yes. Okay. Why are you so kind? That is ridiculous. Yeah, I think that's fine. Now, everyone doesn't have to do that, but I'll certainly play fair and for keeps. I know, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, maybe. We'll see. You might have jinxed it in a good way. Oh, and thanks, Dolphy Stan, for jumping over, because you were one of the ones that we met at Shiggy Stream. Hope she's doing okay. All right. So open sesame. Such as Stardust Dragon. All right. This is going to be our holo, so... Oh, cool. Okay, Despian Company. The Despian deck's pretty good. I saw one of them make, I want to say, top 8 in the Remote Duel Invitational qualifiers. Not qualifiers. The Remote Duel Extravaganza main event. And so, like, it's not a bad deck, but I'm not ready to play it just yet. Let's see what we got in this pack. They seemed really neat, and the fact that the person, like, rogue decks are a good thing. Not having play experience against a deck can really change your ability to play against it correctly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and ta-da! Oh, upside down. I gotta start. Oh, Albion the Shrouded Dragon, another Arsenal Nat. When this structure deck comes out, it's gonna be really interesting to see which of these mighty fearsome dragon cards they reprint. We'll set that aside because we are not hunting Albions today. We're hunting, I guess, more of the same. This has honestly been really, really good. All right. Take a quick look here. Oh, yeah. Hey. It's just one of those things, right? If you like the game and there's a deck you can interact with the rest of the world by and through that deck, that's great. Or if you happen to like more than one, that's also great. There's no wrong way to enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! Except telling other people they should enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! A different way. And speaking of a different way, what do we have here? Ooh. Okay, so we've got, Grand Sulfurcord Musesha. During your main phase, you can add a Pendulum monster from your hand to your extra deck phase. Oh, it's doing that weird thing. Hold on, let me stop that. Stop that. Face up, and one face up Pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. Oh, I love the swap. As long as one of them has an even scale and the other has an odd scale, when you Pendulum summon a Sulfurcord monster, you can target one of them, add a Sulfurcord Pendulum monster from your deck to your hand. Wow, whose levels equal the Pendulum scale of that monster. That's so cool to have, like, a deck that actually interacts with the scales in, like, a meaningful way. That feels good. That feels really good. Like, I all of a sudden, just through this card seems like enough of a reason to want to play Sulfurcords. Despite the fact that the deck, like, looks cool. I didn't buy a lot of Ancient Guardian. I maybe got, like, 5 packs, and then I got out. So, it shouldn't make your brain hurt, but it should challenge you. So if you feel challenged, that's fine. That means you're actually putting the time and thought into building that deck. And speaking of time and thought, let's see what we think about this card. Oh, a Bee Trooper Armor Horn. What do you do that's so great? Cannot special summon monsters except insect monsters. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. Let's see. During your main phase, you can immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon an insect monster. Oh, that's actually huge for insect types. And really just in general, getting a free normal summon is huge. And then if this card's sent to the graveyard, you can banish 3 other insect monsters and bring it right back, but banish it the next time it leaves the field. I'm getting the Bee Troopers. I understand. Do I want to play them? No. But I'm getting them. So let me take a quick look here at what's next. Favorite one? I mean, like, no deck's ever really finished, right? But I would say my Destiny board deck is the deck I, like, spent the most time in the lab. The lab's what you're describing, that point where you're not playing against anybody, you're really just looking at cards and saying, well, what if I add more of these? Well, no, it feels too big now. Well, what if I cut these out? Well, it feels like it doesn't have enough yet. Oh, cool. Good deal. Keep that vibe up. All right. Ta-da! Daigusto Laplamplica. Laplampilica. Okay, Laplampilica is what we're going with. Okay, cool. So that pulls all that as far as our super rares and everything else. And so just going off of, like, the more glamorous hollows, we pulled 2 secrets on the right side. And we pulled 1 secret. Man, we pulled 3 secrets, by the way, so that's amazing. So I would say, well, I'm very excited about the left side. I think the right side kind of, like, wins. So I'm going to open up the right pack first. Yeah, it does. It is just kind of like insect for hires. Interesting comparison. All right. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to try this off. Okay, Pendulum Treasure, which seems like would go good with that Grand Sulfurcord. Add a Pendulum monster from your deck to your extra deck face up. Seems like the greatest combo starter card you can have for that deck. with that in mind. So interesting. I love how it's like a pendulum being waved over like an exhausted machine monster. It's like, hey, come on, man, let's get up, let's get up. But we'll see if what's in this very last pack. It seems like it just needs like just a, and you know it's a TCG exclusive, so it will definitely get more support in Burst of Destiny, right? I will eat this hat if there's not at least a single V-Trooper card. You may clip this now and hold it over me later. I don't know what's better with hats, ketchup or mustard, but we'll figure it out. All right, last holo. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so this is it. This is going to see if this side can redeem itself and overtake that side. It is. Oh, okay. Not necessarily enough to beat it out, but it is Volophonagus, the Darkest Dragon Doom Rider. Okay. Once per turn, you can detach 2 materials from this card and target a face-up card on the field. Destroy it. If you destroyed a monster, you can make one face-up monster you control gain attack equal to the destroyed monster's original level or rank times 300 until the end of the next turn, but it cannot attack the turn you activate this effect. This is a quick effect if this card has a dragon material, but cannot be activated in the damage step. Not the most exciting card there, even for dragon players. But we have gotten some amazing pulls. So like super happy with the ultra rares are just really meaningfully interesting ultra rares that could be the basis for another especially Frog Guy. But Synchro Overtake, having Shooting Star or Shooting Majestic Star Dragon and Stardust Synchron all in the same set of 24 packs is insane. So yeah, it does have that Zork body type actually. All right, so awesome. We will probably put that on the stream archives for later on YouTube. You can also see that later. But let me go ahead and get packed up here so I can switch into dueling. So